you understand this is criminal?
Yes,
what
I
you've
understand.
Done? This is a crime.
She's gonna take everything.
Hello?
They're swingers.
Who gives? I am going to open up the DNA test.
Why?
Say hi to your mother. I know what I look like.
Wow.
And this is how I rule. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Maria Polo Rules. Sabrina, you are suing Amber for 50% of medical bills that you've been paying for your stepdaughter who's going through an ongoing cancer treatment. Okay? Explain all the facts to me, please. You are married to the father of this child.
Yes.
At some point, they were married.
Yes.
They've been divorced for how long?
They've been divorced now since 2011, I believe.
You've been married to him for how long now?
For about 4 years.
4 years. And the child was how old then?
When we got married, well, she was 4 years when I met her. So she was 5 when we were married.
Okay, so now she's 9, about 9 years
She's
old.
about 9, correct.
Okay, and your husband or her ex-husband has custody of this child.
Yes.
So she lived mainly with both of you. Okay, tell me what happened.
Okay, so I've been taking care, as you may or may not be aware, there's a lot that goes into the treatment. And
I am quite aware. I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Oh, good. So I have been taking care financially and emotionally along with the father. The father had to quit his job so he could stay with his daughter. So I've been taking care of all the bills this whole time. And not only that, but I would just assume that her mother would want to be a part of the treatment while her daughter is fighting for her life.
Okay,
And
how long ago was the child diagnosed with the cancer?
about a year ago.
About 1 year ago, and she's still going through treatment. Okay, so she's under your insurance. You have insurance through your work.
Yes,
through
my
your
insurance.
workplace.
Yes.
Right? So you've been taking care of all the bills, but there are bills that are not covered by the insurance.
Yes, there are outstanding bills, correct.
And how much are those?
Well, just in 2016 alone, it was about $75,000, and we're expecting about the same amount in 2017. And
Okay,
those are the outstanding
it says here
bills.
that it's about $150,000.
That's for the 2 years, yeah.
Right, and you're asking her to pay 50% of these medical bills.
Correct.
All right. I have to tell you, I have two main concerns here, sincerely. First, the father should be here with you suing, right? Because if he has custody of this child and he's a part of this situation, I think he's an indispensable party. Is he here today? Or
He's not. He's with Angie. Actually, she's getting treatment. So I thought it was more important for her to have the support.
Okay. Now, their property settlement agreement, when they got divorced, they either had a judgment from court, the judge either decided your divorce, or you entered into an agreement. He entered into an agreement with her,
Yes.
agreeing to certain things regarding the child's support and the medical bills and all these things. What does it say?
As part of the settlement, and I have it here outlined.
Bring it to me, please. Right here. Just pass it on to me.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So it's marked here. Now it says, health insurance. May husband, wife shall maintain health insurance coverage for the child. The party providing coverage will provide insurance cards to the other. Health insurance not reasonably available at this time. So since they didn't have insurance at the time of the divorce, they were going to divide every medical bill equally between the parties. This is your understanding as well, right?
This was my understanding, Dr. Polo. When my ex-husband and I got divorced, I gave my ex-husband full custody of my child because I felt that that was going to be the best choice for her, and he has full authority to her healthcare options and insurance.
And what does that have to do with medical bills and your child's best interest in her health and her medical bills? What are you telling me that because you gave up full custody, you feel that you don't have responsibility with the medical bills?
I have been aware of my daughter's condition since the day she was diagnosed, and Sabrina and my ex-husband Sam have told me about the cancer treatments, and they have updated me on everything that my daughter has had to go through. They have not been extremely specific with me on how much everything costs. They have insurance. I still don't even have insurance for myself.
Let me
I
lame,
send her
Amber, let me tell you
every
why it sounds so lame to me. You are the legal mother. You are the biological mother. You have access to everything regarding your daughter. You can go to the hospital, get copies of the bills. You can be involved with doctors and their opinions and what's going to happen and how much is it going. So it sounds lame. Like they haven't been specific with me. I know
it. Yes, I understand that it does not sound like a great situation.
This is really not very complicated. You have copies of those bills?
Yes.
Of all the $150,000 that you've spent?
I have copies of the bills that
have you given her copies?
Absolutely. I give her everything.
You've given her copies of everything?
Everything.
Well, this is very simple. You are supposed to pay $75,000 of $150,000 that they've already incurred.
Yes.
And has not been covered by the insurance. Tell me why you're not paying it.
I am not paying the bills, frankly, because I cannot afford to. I am a waitress. I have been a waitress since I have been a young.
Okay, so you're telling me you don't have the ability to pay.
Not have
you don't
the
have the
ability.
financial ability to pay for this money.
Not at all, Dr.
Okay.
Polo.
Now you have to prove to me that she has the ability. And this is now your burden.
She definitely.
Not naturally.
No, I understand.
She's not going to
It's
get
all
away
my
with it
burden
so
when it
easily,
comes to
by the
her,
way.
so yeah.
It's not going to be so easy.
I have copies of pay stubs. I have copies of my bank account statements that can show you my money in and how I barely have enough money to get by. And I send my daughter money.
Do you pay rent somewhere?
Yes, I had paid rent.
Okay.
Before.
Do you pay for a car?
No, I do not own. Well, I own a car right now, but I had not owned a car up until recently.
Okay. Do you have a cell phone?
I do.
I can see it. You have it right on top of your podium there.
Phone.
You pay for your cell phone, right?
I do.
You certainly do. And you ate last night, didn't you?
And drank.
And drank? Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you did all these things, you can pay for your daughter's medical bills. I'm going to take a break right now, but when we come back, you're going to explain what you're doing with that money. I have no patience for people like you in this sense. I don't have enough, I don't have this, but you look happy. If you didn't have enough, if you didn't have anything, you'd be consumed in sadness because your 9 or 8-year-old daughter is going through cancer.
Dr. Polo, I am consumed with sadness. I'm doing the best that I can.
Children are not everybody else's responsibility. It's their parents' responsibility. You look healthy to me, young, vibrant. You express yourself very clearly. What is the problem here?
Dr. Polo, I don't make a lot of money. I barely make enough to get by
Dr.
every
Polo,
month.
This is the same story she always tells. She is a very smart and intelligent woman. I never put her down, not in front of her daughter and not today. I have been sent her job opportunities. She is very good apparently in social media because that is all she does all day. And if she cared more about her daughter than the amount of likes she got on social media, then maybe she would be helping in the fight for her daughter's life.
You know, nowadays there are so many resources that we can use that situations like this. I mean, again, you sound so lame, Amber. I am a waitress. I don't make enough to survive myself, blah, blah, blah. So what have you done to raise the money to help your daughter?
I have been taking steps to make my life better for my daughter.
While she's going through cancer and dying, and you are taking steps. You
Correct,
think that's
Dr.
enough?
Polo.
You think it's enough?
Dr. Polo, I have pictures of her partying, going to bars, drinking, and this is what she's been doing. She sees her daughter.
You have these pictures here with you?
Yes,
Are
I
they
do.
dated? Can I identify them specifically?
Yes.
Just bring them to me. Right here. Excellent. Working behind the bar and having a drink. And again, let me tell you something. I don't want to condemn anybody for drinking. I mean, you're an adult. You want to have a drink. That's fine and dandy. But when your daughter is going through cancer and she needs money for her medical bills, I don't know. I don't know that your attitude is, in accordance to what's going on in your life. Let me ask you this. Are you interested in adopting this kid? This child? Is it to you
like
something that is important for you?
Absolutely. Health-wise.
Do you want to give up your maternal rights
No,
so that she can adopt your... I'm just finding solutions here.
I love her involvement in my
in light
daughter's
of your
life.
attitude,
She's wonderful.
in light of your attitude, to me, this is, this woman who's a stepmother is facing all the sadness, all the trouble, the worries of cancer while you're having a drink while working.
Dr. Polo, in
Yeah.
all due respect, I do face sadness and struggle, and that picture was taken at the bar where I work. I use my social media accounts to help promote the places where I work. I have wonderful clientele that
In
come
exchange
in that
for what?
for tips so I can make money, so I can help Angie.
I'm a little frustrated, I have to tell you the truth. If I don't get some, because what I have to do is sit with her, I have to figure out what she makes, how much she makes in tips, so that I can, you know,
Dr. Polo.
I have to see what her credit is, because maybe she can get a loan. But this case for me is black and white. There are no excuses for me here. I'd rather, once you decide to bring a child to this world, you have to give it all up for that child. And it seems to me you're not doing that, and it bothers me. I have no patience for people like you in this sense. I don't have enough, I don't have this, but you look happy. If you didn't have enough, if you didn't have anything, you'd be consumed in sadness because your 9 or 8-year-old daughter is going through cancer.
Dr. Polo, I am consumed with sadness. I'm doing the best that I can. I've been a waitress my whole life. I never went to school.
How
I
much
never
child
got a
support have
degree.
you paid since your husband has been taking care of
I
the
gave
child?
him full custody in lieu of child support.
Do you think you can give up a right that doesn't belong to you? The right to receive support belongs to your daughter. You cannot give it up. And I am starting to suspect that the court that divorced you guys doesn't know what's going on here. Because I know the court would not agree, any court in the United States would not agree to give up waive child support in lieu of custody. It just doesn't happen unless you give up your maternal rights and you allow her to adopt the child. And she adopts the child and then she becomes the legal mother. And then she takes all the love, the glory, the beauty, and the responsibility and sacrifice that it is to have a child. Do you see your daughter? Do you spend time with her?
I do.
Because parents who don't have financial means, you know what they do? They spend time with their kids. They subsidize the money with their time, their love, their service, so that your husband then could go work, help her, and then you could pay the medical bills. Do you do that?
Yes, I do spend time with her as much
How
as
much
I can.
time does she spend with her daughter?
Maybe 2 times a month.
Twice a
2,
month
3.
for how long?
She picks her up like before she goes to the bar, and then I'm left there explaining why mommy can't stay, especially in the state that she is in.
So she passes by, sees her before she goes to work?
It's true.
It's not entirely
You're telling
true.
me that she
But you
doesn't go to
haven't
wo-
quite made it easy for me.
Listen to me. Are you telling me that she doesn't stay with her child? She doesn't keep her for the weekend?
No, there's always an excuse, Dr. Polo. There's always an excuse. There's always something she has to do. And I understand. I am not trying to say about who's right or who's wrong or who had the worst life.
don't know
I
about
was
you
not
guys,
born.
But I'm getting so tired of people who just give up on their responsibilities and they're full of excuses and they put the sad face. It's the hypocrisy. We are living in such hypocrite times. And then Mother Day comes around and they're number one to get the card. Oh yeah, here I am. Give me the card. I'm a mother. But no, you are not a mother. This is not what being a mother is about. A mother is somebody who cares, who's there. That's a mother.
I know. I do care.
Okay, tell me what you do for your daughter.
Every month, the extra money that I have left over from paying my bills, paying my rent.
Oh, so whatever you have extra, what do you have left over?
Well, it's not
No, you
left
don't
over,
understand.
it's what I can.
When you get your money on a monthly basis, you've got to take the money for your daughter first. And whatever you have left, it's what you use for yourself. This is what a mother does. I don't like what I'm hearing, and I need to take another break. And when we return, we're going to figure out what's in the best interest for Angie, your daughter. You understand this is criminal?
Yes,
what
I
you've
understand,
done?
but in my
This is a
fundraiser
crime.
page, I never said in my fundraiser page I was using the money to pay for medical bills. You can read it
why
right
didn't you
there.
put a picture of
I
your
never
face and not
said that.
Angie all over social media?
No,
in a hospital bed.
I said I was.
I just can't believe what you're saying to me. Sabrina, you are suing Amber for 50% of medical bills that you've been paying for your stepdaughter who's going through an ongoing cancer treatment. What have you done to raise the money to help your daughter.
I have been taking steps to make my life better for my daughter.
Dr. Polo, I have pictures of her partying, going to bars, drinking.
You know, you be consumed in sadness because your 9 or 8-year-old daughter is going through cancer.
Dr. Polo, I am consumed with sadness. I'm doing the best that I can.
Is there anything else you want to tell me? Because
Well, yes,
I'm really ready to do this.
Yes, I would like to, just because I just want to show the capability that she has. She was able, when I saw, sorry. So I saw around the time of Angie's birthday, someone informed me that she was doing a fundraiser for Angie's sickness and to help with the bills. So I was ecstatic. I was like, finally, she is stepping up to the plate. She is using her talents in social media, and she was able to raise $50,000. I think it was like 2 days. She was able to raise $50,000. And so when I saw what that money was used for,
But you're telling me she didn't give you the $50,000 for the child?
she bought a luxury car and a luxury condo.
Dr. Polo, please
This
let
is so
me explain.
This is so ridiculous. We should have no empathy. We should have no sympathy. We should have nothing but disdain for you. Do you have evidence that she bought a condo and a car?
Yeah, I have social media pictures.
Do you admit that you bought a condo and a car? Do you admit it?
Yes, I admit it.
With the money that you raised? This is laughable to me. I have to tell you. You already admitted it. I don't even need to see
I know, but I have,
any of this.
I have an
You got yourself a
explanation.
Mercedes. Ooh, fancy little girl. And, a nice condo. And you used your daughter, to raise this money.
Dr. Polo, like I've explained, I have a very limited
This is fraud.
income.
This is criminal.
Dr.
Do you
Polo,
understand?
in-
Do you understand this is criminal?
Yes,
what
I
you've
understand,
done?
but in my
This is a
fundraiser
crime.
page, I never said in my fundraiser page I was using the money to pay for medical bills. You
had
can read
then
it
why
right
didn't you
there.
put a picture of
I
your
never
face and not
said that.
Angie all over social media?
No,
in a hospital bed.
I said I was.
Listen to me. I'm sorry. My Ricky Ricardo moment came out. I just can't believe what you're saying to me. What are you talking about?
I am trying the only way that I know how.
Did you accept your responsibility for
poor me
once in your
attitude.
life? My God.
You know, I hate this poor me attitude. People who are just irresponsible. To me, you're playing games. I'm ready to make a decision in this
Dr.
case.
Polo, before you make a decision,
No,
please,
it's, listen.
please.
You have no idea when I make up my mind, because you know what I do? I listen. I didn't say I was going to pay the bills. Look what you said. As you guys all know, my daughter Angie was diagnosed with cancer last year, and I have been fighting it ever since. You guys all know how much I love my daughter, and I've been struggling financially. You used her to raise money, which you then used for your personal, luxurious items.
It's for our use, Angie and I.
No.
Dr. Polo, before
Okay,
I
listen.
purchased this condo, I lived in an apartment with 3 other girls that were also waitresses. And
Yeah.
this was not an environment for Angie. This was not an environment for a child, let alone
That
a
you
child
never
who
visit,
had cancer.
and that you never take home to visit with you. So
I
what's the
couldn't
big
take
deal?
her there.
What's
They
the
were-
big deal?
they
You
were-
can spend time with her.
Dr. Polo, they had moved 45 minutes from me, and I did not have a car.
And that 45 minutes is just such a long way to go see your
But
daughter.
she can find cars to go to the bar and party. You can find
Really? I
cars
mean,
to go to the
what
bar.
a sacrifice in that Mercedes. 45
The
minutes.
same bar.
Oh, boy.
No, I bought the car
Really?
so I could go visit. I just bought that car. I just
Right.
bought that car
And
last
you
month.
needed to buy a Mercedes. You couldn't buy yourself a cheaper car
Exactly.
so that you could save a little money and give it to your daughter for her cancer treatment. No.
I'm trying
So
my
what?
best.
You're
what
not
are you
trying
talking
enough.
about?
I am trying the only way that I know
can't-
how.
Did you
Oh.
accept your responsibility
This
for
poor me
once in your life?
attitude.
My God.
You know, I hate this poor me attitude. People who are just irresponsible, who don't see their obligations, who just play games. To me, you're playing games. To me, you know, this is all you care about: yourself, your bar, your car,
No,
your
that
condo.
is not all that I care about. I
Is
care
there
about
anything
my
else
daughter.
in this
Why haven't
case?
you
I
visited?
have visited.
She's been living in that.
You know what I wish? You were woman enough to say, you know what? I'm going to give up my maternal rights. There's somebody else here who really cares for my child, and I'm too busy and too selfish and too egocentric to care about my child. I'm going to give her up. And that would make you, in my eyes, I would respect you a bit. Because right now, I have no respect for you. Zero respect for you. This is what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to call the police because I consider that you have committed fraud. And I think that you should face fraud charges, both civilly and criminally. All right? Secondly, I'm going to sentence you to 30 days in jail so that you can, you know the only way you can get out of here? You can purge with a $50,000 amount. I am not punishing you. I am putting you away so that you can think hard. Maybe you can ask your friend to sell your condo and sell your Mercedes, and you can raise that $50,000 that people gave for your daughter, not for your condo and your car. And then you can get out of jail, or you can serve the 30 days. And at the end of the 30 days, you're still gonna owe the $50,000 plus the rest of the money, which is $75,000. It's $25,000 more. Are you going to learn from this? That's what I wonder. Are you going to change your attitude, change your behavior? Are you going to change your priorities? Are you going to put them in order? That is what I wonder. So now you face the music. You face the music. And this is how I rule.